Hey everyone, it's Fiktxun Crypto,
and Michael EXRP.
and today me and Mike are going to go over the Reaper token. They have a couple of updates on their ecosystem, a V2 version of their white paper, and more. So let's get into it, Mike. What are we looking at today?
Yes, sir. We are looking at Reaper Financial, and we already got some tabs pulled up. First, I wanted to point out that we got the CEO right here, Patrick. They have now included ERC20 tokens as opportunities to be reaped. And he said that he personally voted for SHIB or Shiba Inu, and he's ready to go after a big dog. But
That's pretty cool. Scroll up real quick. I wanted to see something because I see that that voting mechanism right there. Let's click on that that picture right on, Mike. So this is actually the tokens that are being reaped right now that are voted for. And you see Shiba Inu is actually in second place after Sologenic. Then we got another token called XAV. This is really kind of interesting to me to see this type of concept because they're branching out to other blockchains, which is really good. We're seeing some blockchain interoperability, or whatever you would call that. But it's just an interesting concept. They have tokens that are meme coins with a lot of capital behind them, and then tokens like Sologenic that are actually real, and then FSC and that are really based on real technology and Equilibrium as well, the gaming industry. So yeah, and this is the updated version, and XAV is blowing out. I don't even know what XAV is, so we have to check that out. But Shiba Inu, man, it's a meme coin. Like, I don't even hold any SHIB at all, So that's just interesting. And we'll go down to slide down a little bit, Mike. So these are the tokens that have been reaped so far. It's only been 3 reaping so far. We got XQ, XQuake, Treasury, and XR Doge. And it's been a little bit of controversy around those like reapings or whatever. I know XQuake team supposedly dumped their bags before the reaping, and that allowed potentially the reaper or people at that time to buy the token at a discounted price, and then that price kind of went back up after that purchase was purchased or whatever. So I seen the same thing happen with the XR Doge token, and we got the chart pulled up right here. So this reaping just occurred a couple of days ago, and you see this long wick, man. Like, it's weird. I don't know if the reaper should announce what tokens they're reaping, or that's like they needs to be on a private or on a decentralized application or something, because what people are going to do, or what these companies are going to do, they're going to start talking to each other and agreeing to get reaped and sell, so potentially the reaper can buy at a lower price and profit almost immediately from buying it at such a low price, and then they put their money back in and they profit again. It's kind of like a financial washing machine. So I don't know. I have my questions about that as well, but it is some good things going on. So Mike, let's go over their actual, homepage and what you think of their homepage.
I definitely like their background. They've had this background the whole time. Definitely like that. I like their. I know I'm just talking about the graphics right now, but I also like their logo. The Reaper, I think it's pretty cool looking. But basically, the theme here is that we reap what others sow. And in the white paper, at the very end of it, I believe the CEO Patrick wrote it up. He says, talks about sacrifice and bringing life to death and stuff like that. Uses those kind of analogies. So it's kind of neat, the overall theme they have here. I mean, it says the blockchain ecosystem has been out of balance since its inception. New projects and coins are born into the market, but rarely do they die. Death brings value to life. So right here, he's talking about, buying the tokens or reaping the tokens and taking them off the market permanently, and bringing life to the charts, if you will, by taking that supply off the market, creating demand. So that's the whole idea here behind the reaping.
Yeah, and as we have previously covered, because I covered this project before, I'm gonna really go over this. It says the Reaper, or the RPR token, is used in the Reaper's ecosystem. It is used as a governance token to vote on which tokens will be reaped, and potentially other benefits of holding the token in that network, because you will be able to potentially create proposals, in this ecosystem. So the reaping mechanism is a mechanism that takes coins off the market. I can see this potentially being a problem, because if they keep reaping tokens that don't, have a longevity use case, that are meme coins, this project is not going to survive. And I'm going to say that, and I'm not saying it harshly. I'm saying it as an investor. I am invested. I don't think Mike is invested in this project himself, but the reason we're both speaking on it, because our business is invested in it. So, we need to be able to have these type of conversations in the crypto space with other people, and see how their views align, because I do see ways that this token can be used in a good way. Right now, I'm not too, I'm not too on edge, or confident in the long-term success of the project. So Mike, are you invested in this, or was I accidentally speaking for you?
No, you're correct. I remember you and I were looking at it actually when it was just um, under, it was like 0.01, 0.02 XRP. I remember that Bullish Tay told you about it, and
Yeah, shout out to Bullish State.
yeah, and we hesitated, and it had some serious growth. I think I FOMO'd in, just got a small bag of it, and then sold whenever I 2x'd. Um, but yeah, it's been around since like the end of October or early November. Definitely been around for
I
a
think I
while.
think it's been only since December, bro, on some real stuff. I think it's only been like December 19th, if I'm not mistaken, December 9th.
Well, let's check their Twitter.
Let's see.
Okay, November. Okay, they may have had
Yeah.
their first reaping in
Nah,
December.
bro, you know how this space move, man. 1 week is like a month. So trust me. No, I understand, bro. So
But
yeah, what were you saying though?
yeah, so I no longer have any skin in the Reaper. But it's definitely interesting. The theme is original. Their mission is original. What they're doing is definitely new. They're not. Uh, it's not like they're copying someone else and trying to make it work. Um, it seems that their ideas are original, and they do have some very interesting aspects to uh, they will function, their tokenomics, and what their plans are for the ecosystem.
Yeah, and I just had one question, because I was just like thinking, like, why are they not creating a DAO? Why isn't the tokens that are being reaped, because they're buying tokens in the net on it, in these different from these different networks, or from the XRPL. Why aren't you buying tokens for a DAO? And this is, I'm only going to give out this one idea, because I have a million ideas. Me and Mike have a million ideas for how to actually, give more utility for this token. You can, if you all are watching this, you can hit us up if you wanted to talk more, because we do want to talk more about the DeFi and the debt that we're going to cover in just a second. we have a lot of ways to potentially help out this project. And, I think getting some younger people that, are quick on the thoughts of things could help some of these companies. You see people like Quincy Jones pop up out of nowhere, a young African American XDC developer, and he's brilliant. He's brilliant, man. He actually inspired me to start coding. So it's like you got these young people in this world, and then you got the older people with the money. So what we need to do in this crypto world is come together and share ideas, because the young people really have some great ideas, man. And I just wonder, like, why is this not a DAO? So that's my thing. They have a 1% monthly inflation that I would like to say. It says a 1% monthly increase in supply will either encourage holders or to continue to acquire tokens, or will give new voters the opportunity to gain voting. So that's cool, Mike. We can go down to the phase 2, whether it starts with a drip or whatever, drip or drops. And did you want to read this part, or you want me to kind of explain it?
Yeah, I'll just read some of it and you can explain. So
Okay.
right here, they're talking about DeFi specifically. And yeah, it's a small paragraph. I'll go ahead and read it. So many decentralized finance, cloud mining nodes, and leverage schemes have emerged into the crypto space. Unfortunately, the majority fail to produce the compounding residual income that they promise. This is because of two primary factors. They are deflationary by nature, and the price of their deflationary asset is at the mercy of the market's pricing. Though customers gain in number of tokens, the tokens distributed become less and less as the price of the token fluctuates. Reaper Financial has a solution to the failed advent of passive crypto income.
All right. So they created a DeFi solution or a system called Drip of drops. So Drip means distributed Reaper interest payments. This is a compounding payment strategy that they've came up with. It sounds good. It sounds really good. I just want to see it in action to see how it's going to work, what they're going to start with, because this is an example right here. So it says in traditional finance, a DRIP is a dividend reinvestment program. Reaper's DRIP, or distributed Reaper interest payment, is atypical but will work similarly. As RPR tokens market cap allows, the Reaper Financial will announce a transition to the DRIP program, in which 1% of the tokens sold at market will be split into a 0.5 divided by 0.5 distribution, or 50% of, 50% and 50% of the 1% that they are putting into the market every month. Those tokens that are getting put into the ecosystem by the Reaper team every month. So the first 50% will be used before the advent of reaping. So 97% of the total token supply is in the market when all the tokens will eventually be in the market. And I did my calculations, it's about 4 reapings per month. As they say, they vote for every a reaping every week. So it's about 52 weeks in a year or so, like that. So that's about 52 reapings in 1 year. So I would give about a year and a half before all the tokens are actually in the market. So that is voted upon projects what token will be reaped. And then the second 0.5 or 50% will be used to purchase interest-bearing funds to form a DRIP account. The initial platform selected for DRIP returns is Nexo. Now, Nexo is a centralized DeFi platform. Right now, centralized platforms are the safest to go for when you are in this crypto space. That's what I believe still, even though it is centralized and anything can happen at any time. So, Mike, did you understand, or could you explain these numbers, the APY and everything right here on this chart?
Yes. So they have the percentage gains from these different assets and avenues. And then they have the example right here, given a $2 valuation and $1 million of drip on the Nexo platform.
And that kind of confused me right there. I was like, is it a $1 million drip token? Is the drip is it like is I was a little confused. Is drip a token?
I was too.
Yeah, you know, it was a little confusing. So yeah, half of the what's that? Because I understand the chart. I can explain it.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So what it says right here, so it's going to be 50% in XRP and USDC funds. So 50% of that 0.5% that they were talking about will be going to get in stake for APY, excuse me, on the Nexo platform. So they will be investing into the Nexo token as well. And that will be 50% to the Nexo token. And then 25% of that will be towards USDC stablecoin. And 25% of that will be for XRP. So you see right here, 450,000 of XRP at a 4.5% APY will get you $20,000 annually. And then you see 450,000 of, well, this is supposed to be USDC, but I think they made a typo right here, will get you an annual APY of 20%. So on a 450,000 investment, you will make basically $90 in a year. Then with the 100,000 of Nexo token, Nexo, you get 18% APY, which is $18,000 annual. So these are decent numbers. Well, these are actually great numbers, you know what I'm saying, for financial institutions and things like that. So that's only about $128,000 a year right there. So there's not a whole lot of money. Then with the other compounding and drip, you see that I can actually see them compounding up to $1 million in 12 months as you see the compounding interest grows almost around double, or that's almost double each month. The first one is double, then the second one is not double. So I could see them compounding probably around $400 to $500 to $600,000. But how much money is that going to require? Like that's a lot of money that they will need to get up to that level. So I see where they're trying to go, but you know, I just got questions, man. Hey, Mike, can you read this paragraph for us?
Yes, and I was just gonna say, you know, it'd be a great idea if they did an infographic or a short video, you know, with some figures, with some graphic examples of how this would work. That'd definitely be good for them and for the community, just to provide a better understanding and to convey, you know, their strategy.
Yeah, I would tell them. I tell a lot of people in business, it's an analogy called KISS. Keep it simple, and I'm not going to say the last word.
No, it's keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, I've always heard that.
Yeah, it's like right on mic. But you know, I ain't want to get too harsh on the people or whatever. But you know, you want this to be easy. Just imagine you want this to be explained to a fifth grader that was interested in, you know, getting his or her own lemonade stand, and they wanted to accept crypto. You know, like you want this stuff to be easy to explain. Like I want to go to my grandma and be like, hey grandma, this is this token called the Reaper. This is what they're going to be doing, and this is how they can actually help you. So, you know, we want to see a little bit more clarity when it comes to making white paper and business plans, because this is a business plan. Is not, you know, people get white paper and all. It's a business plan
for sure.
So yeah,
yeah, and as we said, though, just want to reiterate, I think all projects should strive to have infographics and videos of figures and just graphics that convey the message of what they are doing. It'll just simplify things for the community and provide clarity, as you said.
Yeah, most definitely. So I'm gonna have Mike read this paragraph right here.
All right. So the account will be actively managed to maximize gains and hedge against volatility of the market. By investing in XRP, Reaper hitches its wagon to the success of XRP. If XRP climbs, so does the value of the interest paid out. If XRP drops in value, the total number acquired will be greater, and the interest generated from the USDC will purchase a greater number of XRP to drip to Reaper holders. By investing 10% in Nexo token, we are able to raise the interest rate of other investments to their maximum level. Because the token or the total value of the fund paying interest will increase with each reaping and drip is paid in non-Reaper value. The value of holding Reaper in the future will always be more than its current value. So basically, because of the interest increasing and compounding from those investments, from those acquisitions, they're claiming that Reaper will continue to increase in value, if I'm not mistaken.
And that is where, I was like, I don't think they should.
This is Q2 of this year. I haven't seen any tweets from them. And I'm not active in the community, so I'm not sure if they've already started doing these.
No, it's not even Q2 yet, bro.
Yeah,
because we still in Q1.
Good catch.
But yeah, when I seen that last sentence, I was like, it kind of, my red flags went off, because basically they're insinuating that if you buy this token, it's going to be worth more in the future, and that is a security. If so I would I'm gonna advise them to probably go back over this. Reframe this like fast. And I think because of this white paper, we have seen this sell-off over the last couple of days. That's what I think. Because some of the terminology and everything. But I know these people are a group of lawyers, I think, or something like that, military men. I would advise taking that out if I was you all. And yeah, because you don't want to insinuate that this is an investment. I'm just purchasing. Me personally, I don't know how the Reaper funded or their motive is, but any token that I'm exchanging for XRP is not an investment. Me and Mike personally, I can only speak for us. We are exchanging tokens for access tokens to get into other networks, because without that token, I can't get into the network. I'm not buying any tokens. I'm not purchasing any tokens. I am converting a currency to another currency. I'm not buying anything. So it says funds will be airdropped as XRP, proportionate to the holdings of Reaper in a set trust line. At this time, we cannot make any assurance that RPR held on any exchange will be eligible to receive the drip. So the drip is basically a faucet now. Okay, that's what I'm getting. It's a faucet like how they have the other passive income cryptos like Chorus One and FXC Focus and things like that. So you'll be getting paid out in XRP. So it says Reaper Financial will custody XRP as an accredited investor while transitioning into profits into a retail payout. This means that should the SEC Ripple Labs lose, RPR holders may still reap the benefits of XRP. If Ripple wins, RPR will be in a desirable position in advance in the market. And we are building RPR to be a future-proof asset. Another thing I had to say in that, I'm not benefiting off the token XRP because I had to buy that token with actual banknote cash. I'm benefiting from the technology of the ledger, because any token that is issued on the ledger can do what XRP is doing. Any token on the XRP ledger can do what XRP is doing. So, I'm invested into the technology of the ledger. So that's all I wanted to say. We may not ever receive benefits from being XRP holders. XRP may be a security, it may not be, but I know the XRP ledger itself, that's where the actual benefits come from, not the XRP token. So that's that right there. We can go down. We're almost done with this. This is phase 3, and this is, I'll go over this briefly, Mike. It's not too much information in this one, but they're focusing on the API focus right here. They have a Zoom app that they're trying to integrate, which is pretty cool to, have a user-friendly reaping voting mechanism that you can just press at the end of a button. They also list in this one about hybrid exchanges. They want to be listed on centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges and all that good stuff. And then in phase 4, which is the last one at the bottom, tokenized debt. Can you slide down a little bit?
Oh, yeah, this actually is very interesting.
Interesting. Now, yeah, Mike, I'll let you take your point right here, because this was very interesting.
You spent more time on it, but from a very simple understanding, they will be tokenizing debt, as they say, and you will be able to use your holdings of Reaper to reap your own personal debts. So it's very interesting because it's not like, you're just paying for crypto that's going to pay for your debt. It's more so what is going to be generated from holding the Reaper that will be reaping your personal debt, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I do see where you're going with that. So basically, the profits from the Reaper token will basically pay for your debt. So essentially, what I'm definitely getting where you're coming in. Thank you for giving me that perspective, because I know we didn't kind of talk about this before this video. So essentially, what they're getting at right there, if you potentially buy or pay off your debt with this token over time, if the network is running correctly and if everything goes correct, that asset that you purchase, which is the Reaper token, and the asset that you have that is debt, so your debt increases as time goes on, so does the Reaper token. So the Reaper token growth should outpace the growth of your debt. So that's what I think they're getting at with that. And right here, they're saying they will have credit verification. They will need your routing number, your account number, your credit verification to create direct link APIs to your personal debt. So it's going to be a lot of information that they are going to be needing from us. This is not a decentralized thing. I'm trying to tell everybody, even though they have voting and governance, that doesn't mean it's decentralized. So, but it's really cool though, because I see the student loans, the mortgages, the card notes, the personal loans, all able to be reaped from existence by the distribution of RPR funds. Debt, as a rule, in most developed nations is non-taxable, meaning that lowering debt on assets is wealth accumulation, i.e., an RPR user will be able to take out a mortgage on an income property and pay off that mortgage at an accelerated rate, using the reaping as a means of reducing their debt obligations. Now, this is very technical. I had to look up some of these definitions of obligations and debt, non-taxable, existence, distribution. We had to look at leverage. We had to look up all of these definitions, and not just on Merriam's, Webster's definition. Like, we looked up these definitions on Black law, Black law definitions, because those are the definitions that are upholdable in court. So I would tell people to like do a little bit more research when you come into these types of investments. But this is really interesting, and we would love to get the Reaper token on our channel. Me and Mike could interview the Reaper token, and they could come in and explain how this is potentially life-changing for, people who are in debt, enslaved into debt with, student loans and all these other things they have to pay. And this token may potentially be able to outpace their debt. You know what I'm saying? They can change their life with this token. So it's very, very great. I love this part of this white paper. I did a video and it kind of had me teared up, because it was just like, man, this can really change people's lives. This can really change people's lives if everything goes correct. You know what I'm saying? But I have another thing down there. It says, alternatively, go up real quick. Alternatively, a Reaper holding may choose to take out a loan to create a safe form of leverage, purchasing additional RPR and using that RPR to pay off the loan, so that they may achieve a higher ratio of drips and reaping percentage. And I kind of stopped right there. I don't think the phase 5 was too much information. Mike, did you see anything notable in phase 5 when you were going over it?
Yeah, I will say that they talk about how automation and technology as a whole will be taking over, or will be just continue to rule our lives and become more apparent in our life, especially AI and robotic technologies. And so this is a autonomous system, or will be, once fully developed. And just talking about the future here, so definitely makes sense. He even points out that CBDCs will be used to, do the same thing that they've done with fiat, printing it abusively. So definitely a interesting perspective, and I definitely agree, obviously, with what's to come in the future as far as technology.
Yeah. So, Mike, if you had to give them a grade, either a through F or a 1 through 10, what would you grade this project so far?
Goodness, you did not prepare me for this.
I had to put you on the spot.
In all seriousness, probably a 6.5. Almost said 7, because I am attracted to their DeFi solutions and what they have in mind, what their plans are. It seems to be something that could be of great use, and solve some problems for the community. So I definitely like the ideas that they have and the direction that they're headed. I have some critiques and some things I don't like as much, such as seeing, reaping of other networks. I understand the expansion, but obviously I'm not, as someone that's focused on utility and purposeful networks, blockchain technologies, I'm not a fan of the Shiba Inu reaping and ERC20 expansion as much. I definitely understand going, with Nexo, as they already have a solid infrastructure in place with DeFi solutions. But yeah, that's kind of my viewpoint. But I'd love to hear yours.
Me personally, I would, out of I got 2 ways I'll rate this. And some good things we can take, some bad things we can take out, some things that are in the middle. Me personally, I would rate it a 5.7 out of 10. and if we had on a percentage of this actually playing out, I would give it a 27% chance of actually, and that's just my with the calculations I made for businesses that actually succeed, looking at their previous history, looking at how fast they were able to get a good following, they are involved in a lawsuit against the SEC. They have joined the SEC Ripple lawsuit, or they filed a motion on their own or something like that. So they are in the community for the long term. They are fighting the fight for the XRP Army. So I do appreciate that, because that's helping the ledger out, really. You know what I'm saying? But in all honesty, it's a lot that they have to do. This is a big jump hopping on the blockchain. It is a different type of business. So I give it a 27% to 30% chance of actually doing, this project been around for 5 to 6 to 20 years, 100 years. Why not look at projects? Why not invest and look into projects, for the next 100 years, where you can give your daughters or your sons or their sons, your grandkids, a Reaper token or something like that. So yeah, that's that. I would love to see, actual utility tokens getting reaped, like XDC or Algo. You got it, reaping the token and just leaving it in a wallet. I think it's way better ways that you could use those reap tokens. Hit me and Mike up. We got several ways. We thought about it real deep into it. Several ways how you can implement the token to the network, or the reaping tokens to the network, and benefit your audience and holders way more. So it's Fiktxun Crypto
and Michael Lee XRP. Thanks guys for tuning in.
Peace.